DID, DMA design, all that sort of stuff in the 90s as well. So actually it's 18 years I've been in it. It's 19
I just had my 20th anniversary in April.
I'm on my 10th.
Best part of, anyway. Yes.
And then we got 3 other directors. Paul, who comes from animation, he worked for Disney and various animation studios, so he has a very strong background in art. And he worked with Joe at Eurocon and Free Radical.
Yeah.
Simon, who's the technical director, worked for Deadline Games and Attention to Detail.
And we met, myself and Simon, we met at the Code Monkeys as well, whilst we were working in the 90s. Yeah, so.
And a guy called Derek, who came from Blitz. So they're the core. That's the core team. I do the more business side of things, so I handle the business side, the contracts and stuff. Joe does this creative director, so he comes up with the wacky ideas, and then we work with a team of sort of outsourcers and freelance people who come in as necessary on different projects. But as I said, when we started out, we were doing outsource work for big developers, and then beavering away on this. So this was our first live arcade game.
So we're like a core team, really.
Yeah.
We're like a core team of 5, and then we expand and then contract and whatever side project we need, sort of thing. So it's easy for us to do business that way as well, and to get a good product out as well, good quality product.
Do you have a price point for?
It's
800. And then there's 2 theme packs and some game picks as well.
Yeah.
And I can tell you how much that off the top of my head. No, they're 150 and 180.
Oh, right, okay.
I've got it in the email.
No, it's everything.
Right, well, it's coming out on live arcade and PC download as well.
Right.
So there's a PC digital version as well, which we're doing at the moment. It'll probably be out in October.
But you've got time to get that.
Well, this version and the PC version are quite close code-wise,
right?
Because obviously the 360 is very similar in architecture, so we focused on this, but a lot of the work from this transfers over. But we have a bit more time to get that done and do a bit more marketing for it. It will also be one of the. Looks like it'll probably be one of the first titles to use the PC Live technology that's coming from
Windows Live,
from Microsoft, Windows Live. So we're going to be using that for our networking. That's in development at the moment, and should be finished fairly soon actually, and going into test fairly soon. Obviously, PC products require considerable amount of testing because of all the hardware issues that you always get. Which is the nice thing about this console, you just don't get those. That's actually why developers like consoles, and I think it's why a lot of gamers like it. They like to be able to put the disc in or download the game and it plays. It's not a case of, what is causing my game not to work this week? Is it my new graphics card? Do I need new drivers? No, it just all works. So it is, the consoles are nice. So the PC version is coming soon, and then we're looking at doing some other versions as well. We would certainly like to do a Wii version.
I was just going to ask.
We have some nice ideas for how, base bash,
and the SQs as well.
That's all very early.
I'm not. I won't take that as confirmation.
No, we're nowhere near. They're not even started. So we're just focusing on live arcade and PC at the moment.
It is one of those games that would kind of easily lend itself to
other
versions and stuff.
And then we're going to follow up with another. Our next title will probably be another live arcade game as well.
Yes.
The game picks are 120 points and the themes are 150 points.
Right.
And there's 2 theme packs as well. And it all comes live at the same time tomorrow, 9 AM tomorrow morning.
Can you talk about some of the achievements?
Yes.
Yes, lucky achievements.
Scroll down and look at the list.
Right, yes. can create hazards. When you create a hazard, you get a thing as well.
Create a mega ball.
Mega balls and stuff, so you get achievements on that. Not a word.
Playing online.
Playing online.
Get out more.
Yeah.
When you play against someone.
Yeah.
Comeback kid. You have to come back from 3 goals down.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got
so you have to let the enemy get 3 goals ahead and then come back.
Yeah.
Certainly much easier against the AI than I think against a determined human player, because they'll probably hammer you.
Yeah. Use your emotion is using all the emotions in the game, so you've gone through all the emotions. Winner, your winner is you've won every game in a set, haven't you? So you win every game in one level set.
One level.
You get GEON King is being the best at doing everything right, pretty much.
Winning without power balls.
Winning without power balls.
That's a difficult one.
That is a really difficult one.
Because you can't use speed ups, you can't attack the other player, so that's very hard. You can pick up a power ball, which means you can go 30% faster, but you can't use it.
That's right.
So that's
be really
very
difficult.
it is very difficult actually.
Especially when you're not used to using it and comes second nature.
Minigame master, doing all the mini games, stuff like that, completing all the mini games in one. Variety, spice of life, that gets me every time.
Click on, you can see what it says.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can play all the different game modes. So we haven't covered the game modes. Single player, you've got different game modes. You have duel, where you're playing. If it's single player, you're playing against AI. It's basically the same game as if you're playing multiplayer, but you're playing. You've got to win 8 levels against the emotion. If you lose a level, the emotion you're using gets locked out.
Okay.
So you have to select a different emotion. So if you're playing with your favourite emotion and you lose, then you get locked out. So effectively, the emotions are your 8 lives. And if you lose one, that gets locked out. So you have to go to your second favourite, and on down the line, etc., etc. So that's duel, and then time attack is basically you're playing to win in the fastest time possible. So that's the one where you brag to your friends about how quickly you've done it, and they come back to you a week later and they've beaten your time, etc., etc. Then in multiplayer you have duel again, but then you also have team GEON, so you can play 2 players versus 2 players. So again you're playing the dual type game that you've just seen, but you've got another teammate collecting as well. So you can either both be collecting, or one of you can be focusing on collecting while the other one's focusing on chasing the other team and attacking them. You just decide tactics between you.
And they've got separate maps as well. They've got actual specific maps for those games as well.
Team play. And then the last multiplayer version is called Last Man Standing, which is basically it's like musical chairs in that several of you playing, you're each playing on your own, and first one to score a goal is safe. Then the remaining players are playing, and whoever the next scores a goal is then safe. And effectively, the person who's last to score a goal loses. They go out, and then the round starts again with the remaining players, and they all play through until one of them loses and goes out, and until in the end you're the last one in, and you win the match.
So all in all, I mean, the achievements are quite involved in the game.
Yeah.
We kind of use the game as I mean, one of the good things is the complete is free there, which is really good. Get 100% in time trial and time attack mode, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. You've got to really go for it and get really good at it for that sort of thing. So this is kind of tiers for all kind of beginners and experienced players as well.
We made the game very easy to pick up and play. Levels they only take a few minutes to play, so you can play with your mates when they pop around before you go out, or just when you want a bit of fun. It's very easy to pick up and play, or you can play the longer levels. We also made it fairly easy to unlock, so you only need to win half the maps on a level to unlock the next level, and then you have to win at least half of that to unlock the next level, etc. But you don't get the mini games unless you win all the levels in a map. So